Hey everybody, we're making stuffed shells today. Going to be making enough for 2 trays that are 19.5 inches by 11.5 inches, so 2 good sized pans. In order to make sense of this, I had to think of this in a few different stages. One was just cooking the shells themselves, so there was preparing for cooking pasta. Then there's stuffing the actual shells with the ricotta mixture, so that's a phase. There's what you do to the entire tray before you put it in the oven, and then what you do to the tray after it's had time to cook. So for the pasta, bring your water to a boil with the oil and the salt in it. Be sure to follow the directions on the actual box to cook al dente because we want it to be a little hard. That way when we're baking it, everything comes out perfect. And remember, always look at the pasta, mix it up, make sure that everything is good before you strain it and put it aside.
Hey. Okay, Mom. So I'm ready to start. What do I do first? The ricotta, poi mentre le altre cose. Like, in what order do I work?
Basta, cucinisti, cioè.
No, it's cooking right now.
Che può fare? Se la pasta non scende come... Oh, ma ti preparo la ricotta.
Sì.
All right.
So what do I do first? Do I do the 3 ricotta?
Ricotta da dentro.
Okay, put the ricotta in there. Okay.
Put parsley da dentro.
Okay, then the parsley. And by the way, is this chopped?
Yes, it's good.
Great.
Good.
Great. And then what's next? Then mozzarella.
Then mozzarella.
Okay.
Then formaggio.
Okay. And then the pinch of salt.
That pinch of salt.
Okay. And then do I mix everything together?
Oh. And then you have to put the sugar in there.
Sugar?
Yeah, the ricotta.
Mom, you never told me about the sugar.
Yes, I did. Tu ascoltasti.
No, you didn't.
Gian, I swear that lo dissi, Gian. But this is the mama, you're going too fast.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how much sugar, Mom? I've got to go weigh it.
1 teaspoon, I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon, that's all.
Okay, so 1 teaspoon of sugar I put in there.
And that's it, John.
And then what?
And then, that's all I remember, John.
No, then I mix it together nice, taste it.
Nice, non chi mani, falle da cucchiara, se fai i mani, non scacciare te mani.
Okay.
Diventa extra fina come un fango, capisci?
Okay.
One last thing on that mixture, if you use the wooden spoon, which you should, think of it as a folding interaction rather than a mixing. So you're just going to keep folding from underneath over and over and over until you have a little bit of everything in every bite. Put that aside, and what we're looking at here is the saucepan. The sauce itself was made the night before, and it's important that it's cold. We do not want hot sauce interacting with cold ricotta. It makes a very strange taste. So I put this aside in the fridge overnight, took it out, and we are now going to just put a layer of that sauce underneath the shells. That way nothing burns. Now stuffing these is interesting. If you hold it in your hand and kind of squeeze along the long side of the football, if you will, you can just pack this with the ricotta mixture. And you can overpack it actually, because we're gonna take care of that in a moment and make everything right. I just pack this in like this, and then I squeeze it closed, and you see that excess right there. I'm going to just scrape that excess out, and that's roughly the amount you want. You don't want to overpack these. Now that everything is lined up in the tray, we're going to put the Parmesan on top, and that really is going to add another layer of flavor to it, not to mention more salt, because that's naturally in the Parmesan. And we're going to put a little mozzarella on top of every row. You're not going to pound this on there, but just a little per shell. Now, apply some of that cold sauce on top of every row. And you want to get in between all of the rows of shells, and you want to make sure that everything is covered. Make sure you don't forget the corners so they don't get burned. Now put aluminum foil on it. I like to put 2 sheets, and I like to set it up so that as it's cooking, I can easily grab a corner and lift it without burning myself. Another point, take a knife and make a slit in one corner to allow some of that steam out as it's cooking. Now put it in the oven at 400 degrees and see you in about 45 minutes. You're looking for these bubbles about 45 minutes in. This lets you know you're ready to take it out, take the aluminum off, and get to putting cheese on top. Make sure you spread out enough to kind of cover the whole thing and put it back in the oven for about another 10-15 minutes or until it completely melts.
Yeah. Mozzarella, you can melt it even, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, that looks good, John. Yes.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Hey, grazie.
Enjoy it every little bit. You worked very hard, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma.
Okay?
All
Tell
right.
them. They better give you compliments. Tell them.
I will. I will, Ma. Okay, Ciccio. Buona Pasqua.
Buona Pasqua a tutti, Joe.
Okay, ciao.
Bye-bye.